what's up everyone, welcome back to USA Auto Trend. Today we're diving into one of the most iconic, breathtaking, and historically significant machines ever crafted by Mercedes-Benz, the legendary 1935 Mercedes-Benz 500K. When you talk about cars that embody pure class, luxury, and artistry from the golden era of motoring, this car stands in a league of its own. It wasn't just a car, it was a rolling statement of power, wealth, and elegance, designed at a time when automobiles were still handcrafted masterpieces rather than mass-produced machines. This was the car of royalty, movie stars, and magnates who wanted not just transportation, but a throne on wheels. The 1935 Mercedes-Benz 500K wasn't simply an automobile, it was a perfect marriage between engineering brilliance and timeless design. Underneath that long, sweeping bonnet sat a supercharged 5.0-liter straight-eight engine capable of producing around 160 horsepower, a figure that was absolutely monstrous for the mid-1930s. But what made it even more special was the fact that it was a compressor model, hence the K in 500K, meaning it came equipped with a supercharger that could be engaged at will. When that supercharger kicked in, it gave the driver a burst of performance that few other vehicles in the world could match at the time. It allowed the 500K to reach top speeds in excess of 100 miles per hour, which was jaw-dropping in an era when most cars struggled to even touch half of that speed. This was performance and sophistication blended into one incredible package. But of course, performance was only one part of the story. The design of the 500K was nothing short of breathtaking. The sheer length of the car, the sweeping fenders, the dramatic chrome grille, the exposed side exhaust pipes, and the elegant flowing lines made it a rolling work of art. It looked like it belonged on a royal procession rather than on an open road. The 500K was produced in multiple body styles including cabriolets, roadsters, and coupes, and each one was crafted with painstaking attention to detail. This was an era when cars were coach-built, meaning no two were exactly alike. Every owner had the ability to personalize their 500K, making each example truly unique and a reflection of the wealth and taste of its buyer. Step inside the cabin of the 1935 Mercedes-Benz 500K, and you're greeted with absolute opulence. Plush leather seats, hand-polished wood, gleaming chrome accents, and an atmosphere of grandeur that no modern luxury car can quite replicate. The dashboard was simple yet elegant, with classic gauges that gave you all the information you needed while still feeling like you were sitting inside a luxurious lounge. This wasn't just about driving, this was about experiencing automotive royalty every single time you turned the key. Now, let's talk about exclusivity. Back in the 1930s, this car was reserved only for the world's elite. It was priced astronomically high for its time, making it accessible only to kings, wealthy industrialists, and celebrities. Owning a 500K was not just about having a car, it was about making a statement that you had arrived at the absolute pinnacle of society. Today, these cars are among the most collectible and sought-after classics in existence. Auction prices often climb into the millions of dollars, and when one crosses the block, it instantly becomes the centerpiece of the event. Collectors from around the globe dream of owning one, because not only is it a piece of automotive history, it's a piece of art, a piece of culture, and a piece of mechanical perfection. What truly makes the 500K stand out is how timeless it remains. Even nearly 90 years later, it still manages to turn heads, capture imaginations, and command respect in ways few cars can. It was built during an age where cars weren't simply machines, they were hand-sculpted visions of beauty and performance. The 1935 Mercedes-Benz 500K represents the absolute best of that era. Unmatched craftsmanship, engineering innovation, and timeless design that has ensured its legacy lives on to this day. So when we look back at the 1935 Mercedes-Benz 500K, we're not just looking at a car, we're looking at history, prestige, and the spirit of innovation that defined Mercedes-Benz as one of the greatest automotive brands in the world. This is the car that shaped an entire era of luxury motoring, and even now, it sits at the top of the automotive food chain as one of the most desirable and expensive classics ever made. And that's going to wrap it up for today's feature on the majestic 1935 Mercedes-Benz 500K. A car that was built not just to drive, but to inspire. A true masterpiece from the golden age of motoring. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the most legendary cars of all time, Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to USA Auto Trend, and stay tuned for more incredible rides from yesterday, today, and tomorrow.